not to let you in, fall, I let you go. I'm giving it up for maybe.
Hi guys, so today's video is going to be my dorm room empties video, and so I've kept a list of all of the products that I've gone through the last 4 months in my dorm room. Obviously right now I'm not in my dorm room, I'm back in my bedroom at my home. However, I kept a list and I plan on just going through it with you guys. Sorry, I'm trying to find my list. Okay, here we go. Okay, so the first thing I've used up is the Lush Like a Virgin Face Cleanser Bar. I really liked it. I thought it was so good. It was like an oily base, and so I felt like it worked really well for taking off my makeup as well as washing my face and nourishing my skin. It lasted me for a good amount of time. I got it used from my mother, and then it still lasted me about 2 months, 2.5 months probably, maybe even more. I started using my new cleanser in October, and so it lasted me from before I even left for college for about a month. So like all of July, then, and August, from July 4th, because that's when I got the concealer from my mother on July 4th, to mid-October, I would have to say. It lasted me for a really long time. It worked really well. It is quite small, which meant it was really easy for travel because I travel a lot during that time period. If they sold it bigger, I would probably get it bigger just so it would last me for longer, because while that is a long period to last me, I do tend to like things to last me for roughly 6 months, because then I can ask for them for a Christmas present and then for a birthday present, because it just makes it easy that way. I just luckily have my birthday and Christmas like 5 and 7 months apart, so it's really easy. It costs, I'd like to have the cost for everything, but I don't know if I do. It costs $6, which I think is like a perfectly reasonable amount for a cleanser, especially since it lasted me for so long. I definitely think it's worth the cost, and I will repurchase it. I'm currently using an Ethique, I believe it's how it's pronounced, face wash, because I wanted to test that out. I want to test some more out, so I definitely will. I can see myself rebuying it in the future. Was it worth it? Will I probably rebuy it in the future? Yes. Is it on my current list of things I'm going to rebuy? No. But do I recommend it? I do. The next thing is the Lush Toothy Tabs for Miles of Smiles. This I got as a sample when I bought some stuff from Lush in the middle of the term. I think they gave me like about 2 weeks worth of brushing, about maybe not that much, maybe like a week and a half. I don't know. I was sometimes using that and I was sometimes using my normal one, but I did really like the taste of that. I thought it worked really well. I really liked it, how it foamed. It works really well as a toothpaste. It does come in a plastic container, but it's fully recyclable, unlike a lot of toothpaste that come in the normal toothpaste tube containers. Those are not recyclable because they are a mixed plastic variety, and so it's very hard to recycle them. Also, the ones that the toothy tabs come in, like, normally can't be reused, like, by you for a lot of things. And so I do think that, like, the packaging does have a level of sustainability to it. I'm trying to look up the price. Obviously I didn't get the one that was the normal price. This is $11. It is more expensive, although I do have the Boom ones and I've had them for a while. And it gives you 1.7 ounces, which is a good amount of tablets. I forget how many it is exactly, but I do think the Miles of Smiles is I liked it significantly more than I liked Boom, because it is like it's a mint flavor. It's very like subtle. It's definitely not as intense as Boom, which is like a green tea, really strong, supposed to be like really whitening. So yeah, so will I rebuy those? Quite possibly. Those are something that I'm looking at buying in the future when I'm out of the toothpaste that I have, because I'm currently using a Tom's of Maine toothpaste that I really like, and then I still have some Boom toothy tablets. However, when I finish those, is that something I'm looking at? Most definitely. Is it worth the price? I think so. I do think they last long enough, like the Boom ones have lasted me long enough, and your teeth are something you should be investing in, and so you definitely can make your own toothpaste, and I really do like the toothpaste that I've made in the past, but for something like that, where you know you could like have that and you could keep it, and then when you don't have any toothpaste to make, or you're traveling, or you're in a situation like I am now with like a dorm room where I can't really be making my own toothpaste, I do think they're worth it, and I really do enjoy them. I also had the Godiva shampoo bar. I did not enjoy using this product. It was not made for my skin type. I just felt like it was still oily when I washed my hair. It felt like it left a thick residue in my hair. I did feel clean. I just also felt like I had so much gunk left over. It felt like a 2-in-1 conditioner, and it was just like really, really oily. While I did not enjoy my experience using it, I don't think that it was the Godiva bar's fault. I think it was my fault. I have very thin hair. My sister suggested to me the Godiva bar, and she has very thick hair, and so it works really well for her, I assume, but it just did not work for me. That is $13. While I think that is a personally reasonable price, I think like cost-wise, it works out if you have the right type of hair for it. And I've used so many Lush hair shampoos that I love. I absolutely love. I do think it's worth it. I do think this one lasted less time, but I also think that's because I felt like I had to scrub more to be clean, but then I was also still leaving even more residue in my hair. I just really didn't like this one, so I'm not going to suggest it, even if you do have thick hair, just because I don't know if that was really the reason I didn't like it. However, I didn't like it, and I do think that had to do with my thin hair, and less to do with, like, the actual product. Will I repurchase it? Obviously not. Is it worth the money? Yeah, I mean, if you like it, then it is. The next thing I actually have with me, it's this Tarte Creaseless Concealer. This is kind of a cheating Empties because I've still been using it, and it still has some product left, I assume, because I've still been using it, but I'm definitely scraping at the sides. I can definitely like see through it, and so I feel like it's empty, and I didn't really want to keep it around for my next Empties video, if that makes sense, because I have no idea when that will be. So I just wanted to get rid of it. Not like get rid of it, but like do it in this one so that I don't have to do it in like January. I don't even know when I do it next. Probably the end of January, the beginning of February will be my next Empties video. I don't really do them monthly. I just do them when I feel like I have enough products. And then the next thing, oh wait, I should probably talk about this one, shouldn't I? I really did like it. It works really well. I have no idea how much it costs. I can look that up right now. My shade is Fair Light to Neutral. It worked really well. It lasted me for a really long time. I think this is the only one I've ever had. I don't think I've repurchased this before. This is $26. It did last me a very solid amount of time. It did. You were getting, I don't know how many ounces. Details. Oh, it doesn't say. I don't know how much you're getting. I do think it lasted me for a good amount of time. Do I think it's worth it? I think that there are other concealers that work just as well as this one. So is this one really necessary? No, probably not. Did I like using it, and was it worth the money that I spent? Do I feel like I was cheated out of the money I spent on it? No. Will I rebuy it? No, because I don't agree with a lot of things that Tarte does in terms of their green branding and using products that that are really bad for the environment, even though they claim to be good for the environment as a company. And so it's more of being anti the company than anti this product. However, I also just think that I could get this product cheaper from another brand, regardless of if I support a Target or not. So I will not be repurchasing this. The next thing is not really a makeup product. It is a charcoal toothbrush. It's a bamboo handle with charcoal bristles, and I got it off of Amazon. I don't remember how much it cost. It came in a pack of 4, and so I've been using it this entire year. And I just finished the last one, just because like the bristles got flat, and so I've stopped using it. And I'm going to use my electric toothbrush for a little bit for the time being. I don't really know if this was a great toothbrush. To go like the hard amount that I felt like I went through the toothbrushes too fast. I did get it off of Amazon, and so I don't really support that anymore. I think it was a perfectly fine toothbrush. I do have to pull the bristles out because the bristles are recyclable, and then the handle is compostable, and so you have to pull the bristles out in order to compost it, and then recycle the bristles. Overall, I don't think it was bad, but I also don't think it was great. I want to keep looking at other eco-friendly alternatives, maybe different brands that have different ones, but I didn't love this one. And the final thing so I will not be repurchasing it, and I don't remember the cost, but I got it off of Amazon, so it was probably quite cheap, so it's probably worth the cost. My final thing is the Lush hair conditioner in Retreat, which I was using less as a hair conditioner just because it comes in like with the one bottle, and so it's just not very much product, and so if I was using it as a conditioner, I feel like I would have gone through very, my hair always felt really hydrated using it. So I think it really did work as a conditioner. It is $33 for the 7.9 ounce one, which I believe is the one I had, and $45 for the 15.1 ounce one, which is very large. Do I think it worked really well? Yes. Do I think it's worth the money? Not necessarily, because I did use it as a hair mask, and so it's very easy to also use something like coconut oil as a hair mask for significantly cheaper, or kalui oil, or some sort of just like single base oil, shea butter, something that's really, really hydrating. But is it necessarily like this like one big thing? Do I think it was worth the money that I spent on it? Do I think I got the use out of it that I needed to? Yes. Will I rebuy it? Or no, probably not. Do I recommend it for you? Not really, unless you really do like Lush and you want to support Lush and you really want to get something like really deep and thick as like a conditioner. But I mean, besides that, I mean, it was lovely. It was lovely to use, and I enjoyed using it. However, I will not be repurchasing it, and I don't think it's necessary as a product in my life or in anyone else's life, when there are like so many easier natural things that are cheaper. Besides that, that is this video. I hope you enjoyed my Empties video. Let me down below things you finished up, if you have any thoughts or feelings on the products that I touched on today. If you liked this video, let me know down below, and if you want to stick around, you totally can.
Too scared to spell.